Thank you for joining me once again here on Keening KTV for the UFC 264 press conference between Conor and Dustin the Diamond Poirier. Now immediately what we have to address is this. From the get-go, Conor McGregor wanted to establish the atmosphere. You know, the thing with Conor is this. Dustin Poirier, he's a cool, relaxed guy. He doesn't really get caught up in the tempo and whatnot, right? So it is on Conor McGregor to set the tone, to set the pace, and to really clear the air and make it very clear as to how this fight is going to be and how Conor McGregor is going to behave. So as immediately both of them walk up to the stage, you can immediately see Conor McGregor going after the hot sauce that Dustin Poirier has made, and immediately, you know, he's just walking around claiming the territory, really trying to show that, look, this is the way it's going to be. What happened in Abu Dhabi, you know, it is what it was, but now it's different. Now it's fiery. Now it's serious. Now it's pure hostility. And I think at that point, Dustin Poirier understood what it was, because perhaps if Conor McGregor said nothing about it, maybe the atmosphere was going to be different. But you know, Conor set the tone, so it was very clear what happened. He goes in there and then steals the hot sauce off of Dustin's table, but Dustin remains calm, you know, because if you think about it from the point of view of Dustin Poirier, you know, you literally just knocked this guy out. You know, so what more satisfaction, what type of a better comeback could you even ever possibly ask for than reality? You know what happened, and you know, deep down inside, you know what you're capable of, and deep down inside, McGregor knows as well. So he's trying to make up for that reality by this smokescreen of trash talk and hostility and just setting this new atmosphere. And this atmosphere come fight now will be very different in my opinion. Look, when it comes to Conor, yes, at least, you know, he was being nice and all that in Abu Dhabi, but I mean, before the bell even rang, Conor was right in Dustin's face. You know, Conor, when it's game time, so he knows what's up, and Dustin knows what's up as well. So what is really there for Dustin Poirier? He didn't look overwhelmed. I mean, you know, some could perceive it as overwhelmed, but if you take a look at it from the point of view of Dustin Poirier, this was nothing more than McGregor putting on a show that he has promised that he will. So what's the surprise? And everything that Conor said about, you know, Dustin being his wife's wife and his hot sauce being bad. I mean, really, come on, like it's not really anything that a grown person who just, you know, has a knockout over the other guy is going to get riled up over. I don't believe that. Let's talk about Conor McGregor. Look, people may say, oh, Conor is fake, Conor is that, but we have to understand that we are all sides of the same coin. Different sides of the same coin. Conor McGregor, he's at times where he was cool. He's at times where he was uncool. This is one of those times where he's uncool. And when it comes to like the correlation of, oh, you know, when he's at his most venomous, at his most toxic, he puts up the best performances. Well, you know, I don't know about that, to be honest, because at the end of the day, it's not the trash talking that does the fighting, but the fighting. Perhaps the demeanor that's being set before the fight is the biggest indicator of how anything could go, but we'll see about that come fight night. Conor can do whatever he wants right now, but one thing that he had to do was set the stage and set the ambiance. So he did both of those. And from there on, it was just autopilot. Conor being a showman and doing what he does. When it comes to the face-off, you know, Dana White spread them very far apart. He didn't want anything, you know, popping off. So obviously, Conor McGregor, just like he did against Khabib Nurmagomedov, he threw a kick just at the end of his, you know, at the end of Dana's reach. So just one of those things, you know. People may say, oh, he did that to Khabib. No, it's an automatic loss. You know, that's just superstition. And superstition to me is just another word for fear. And fear is something I don't believe Conor has going into this fight. So we can't, you know, implement that type of thinking to a man who doesn't think like the ordinary man. So when it comes to McGregor, on the night, aside from everything, right? Aside from what he said on the stage, aside from what he did, he will show up better than what he was. Now, the ultimate question is this. How much better has Conor really gotten since his peak, right? He was, you know, he peaked at being a double champ, 2016. 5 years has passed since, and he has only won how many fights? One. Let that sink in, you know. So in 5 years, a lot of things have passed, a lot of things have happened. Dustin Poirier has showed up ever since then. So what is there to say about that? You know, we can't live in the past with McGregor. We cannot. So it is on McGregor to show us something different. Has he really improved? In my opinion, look, he's gotten better, but he hasn't had enough fights to show us enough, to show us more. Obviously, in that run that he had, I think he fought 4 times in 12, 13, 14 months, so that's a lot of fighting. I hope if Conor McGregor can come out of this fight, if he wins, I hope he can stay active. Fight in September, then maybe in December. Look, this is what Conor needs, truly. He needs this. Time is not on his side anymore. It really is not. Dustin Poirier, look, Dustin has been fighting regularly, I mean, every year, so nothing is new for Dustin. Dustin is consistent in the way he fights. Dustin is consistent in the way he talks. Dustin is consistent in the way he performs, more importantly than anything else. Conor McGregor, not so much. He goes into a fight with Khabib, he's very reckless, too over-aggressive, no patience. He goes into a fight with Donald Cerrone, you know, in his training, he shows only pure boxing, you know, this like rough boxer puncher style, brawler style, and then he goes in there and just like, you know, Superman punches, flying knee, everything, left high kick, completely different from what we saw like in his preparation. And then with that logic, you would think, well, against Dustin, he may be preparing like that as well, but come fight night, surely he will know what to do. Not so much. All of a sudden, what we thought he would do against Cerrone, he does against Dustin Poirier, and he pays for it. You know, Dustin is a way better boxer than Cerrone. Cerrone may have better kicks, he may be a better Muay Thai fighter, but this is mixed martial arts ultimately. So we are left with this. Conor McGregor, I think he's in the right headspace. You may like what he does, you may dislike what he does. This is neither right or wrong what he did. This is just only the fight business. This is what people want to see, and when they see it, I don't think they should lose their minds over it. Dustin Poirier knew that exactly, and Conor knows it as well. So they both did exactly what they wanted to do, and they both got exactly what they know they would have gotten out of the other. So with that said, leave in the comment section down below what you thought of the press conference. Who will win come fight night? As always, I have been Keenan from KeenanKTV, signing off. Later.